I've spent most of my life believing that happiness had to be earned, that rest was lazy and slowing down meant falling behind. But what if happiness isn't something you chase? What if it's something you practice? I set out on a mission to try 5 of the top happiness rituals from around the world and find out which is the most effective one of them. Some felt like therapy and some felt absolutely ridiculous, but every single one of them challenged the way I think about joy. However, the question remains, which country will take home the win for the ultimate happiness ritual?
First stop, Sweden.
There's this Swedish tradition called Fika. In English, Fika means to have a coffee break, but it's not just about pastries and coffee. It's about slowing down, taking a moment out of the chaos and sharing it with someone special. When I read about the concept of Fika, I remembered that there's this little bakery in my hometown that's literally called Fika. So what better place to try this than here? I've passed this place many times, but never taken the time to come in. But today, we're actually going to sit down, be present, and try to do what Fika is all about. A barista of Fika Bakery was really kind and was willing to answer some of my questions. Do you think people still make enough time to slow down and embody the concept of Fika?
Like from Monday to Friday, we have a lot of clients who go here and have coffee, chat or something. Sometimes I'm asking myself, why is nobody working?
Okay.
Do they work? Or maybe not.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So they have time for Fika like every day.
Why do you think Fika is considered to be one of the most effective happiness rituals in the world?
To work 8-9 hours per day, like 5 days in a week, it's so much. For example, when I worked 9 to 5, for me it was very hard because I didn't feel that I have my life. I just was working like every day. I slept in the night, then I went to the work. For me, it's like very important because you just need to disconnect from your work or your business stuff, I don't know, your daily stuff, or maybe kids, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10, I don't know, but to have this time for yourself. To drink coffee, I think it's like one of the best options.
Which pastry of yours will make me the happiest? So which one should I order?
That's what I ordered today for myself.
Okay.
It was cinnamon bun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will take 2 of the cinnamon buns, as they were told that are the things that will make us the most happy. We'll see if they do. Thank you. Why that?
I don't know, they're like the simplest thing, I think, in our menu, but every time I try them, they're so soft.
Smells really good. Let's dive into happiness. Oh my God, that's so good. It's your turn.
Where do I even start? I think I need to find the outer layer and start there.
For me, it's like, the best thing to feel yourself a little bit better when you have a bad day.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I ate it very slow, and I thought that I would sell my soul for these cinnamon buns.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I hope all the best for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Yeah, and thank you for helping out. So how did you like spending time with me here today, enjoying Fika?
I really enjoyed that. I think it's a good practice. It should be a more regular practice of slowing down and enjoying a good pastry and each other's company.
What was the best part?
Well,
Don't lie, I know it was the cinnamon roll.
it was the cinnamon roll, yes.
Yeah, it was like crispy on top,
Yes.
and then the sugar granules on top, and then so soft in the middle.
Yes.
I never do this. I never go into a bakery just to go and enjoy a pastry, like especially with somebody else. You know, it's super nice. You know, it was a whole event coming here and planning and yeah, it was super nice. So here's a challenge for you. Call someone you love, grab a pastry or a cup of coffee together, and just be there for each other. There's always someone who would absolutely love to do that with you.
Hello, Denmark.
All right, next up on the happiness tour, Hygge. Hygge is a Danish word that doesn't translate perfectly, but in essence it means creating a warm environment and enjoying life's quieter pleasures. Hygge is about slowing down and letting yourself enjoy where you are without guilt. I lit the candles, I made the tea, I wrapped myself in a blanket like I saw people do in those aesthetic Pinterest photos. Sounds like a dream, right? Here's the thing, I'm terrible at this. For as long as I can remember, I've believed that comfort and rest equal laziness. Like if I'm not moving, doing, pushing, I'm falling behind. That joy needs to be earned. That's why sitting like this was hard in the beginning. To shut off all the thoughts about the more productive things I could be doing. But I let the feeling be. The Danes use Hygge to get through their long and dark winters, and they are consistently ranked among the happiest people in the world. So, maybe they're onto something. I really look up to people who can just slow down, take time for themselves and be present. Those people always seem calmer, happier, and more grounded. It can be as simple as a fascinating book, a warm cup, or literally anything else that makes you feel good. Maybe Hygge isn't about escaping your everyday life. Maybe it's just about giving yourself permission to enjoy it. And for someone like me, that's almost radical.
Off to the neon lights of Japan!
Okay, so this is not a hike, nor am I here to get my daily steps in. This is called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing in English. The Japanese idea is simple. Go to the forest, slowly, mindfully, and just bathe in it. Not in water, but in atmosphere. Today, I will challenge myself to not rush, but to just be. Let's see what happens when I actually give my nervous system a break. Forest bathing as a medicinal practice started in Japan in the 1980s as a way to literally heal from the stress of modern life. The results of Japanese studies have shown forest bathing improves sleep quality, mood, ability to focus, and stress levels. At first, I felt slightly anxious, because the idea of slowing down and not doing anything productive has always made me feel that I'm wasting valuable time. But I sat down for some time to stop chasing peace and let it come to me. I tried to observe the world around me instead of looking at my phone. I replaced the screen with green. Soon it started to feel like the forest wasn't just a place, it was a presence. A living thing all around me. At that moment, I didn't even realize it, but the anxiety had left my body and was replaced with a sense of calm. I had become really curious about the small details I noticed thanks to being mindful.
Wild animals in their natural habitats, flowers, people walking by, and other fascinating objects.
I found something really cool. Come.
All of a sudden I saw this rock, and I just got a feeling that I want to jump off of it. Forest bathing also helped me to feel a deeper connection with my inner child. I gave myself permission to be goofy and do whatever my heart wanted. I wasn't worried about judgment or doing things right. I felt free.
Today I learned that forest bathing isn't about fixing anything. It's about coming home to the part of you that was never broken in the first place. The next time life feels overwhelming, just go outside. Don't make it a workout. Don't make it a post. Just try to walk slowly, listen, and be present. And let the trees do the talking.
The land of curries, here I come.
Honestly, this might be the weirdest thing I'll ever do on camera. It's called laughter yoga. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a happiness practice from India that combines breathing, movement, and forced laughter. It's used all over the world in hospitals, therapy groups, corporate offices, and now in my living room. I went onto the best website in the world called YouTube and searched for a laughter yoga session. I just picked one of the first videos that popped up. And guys, do me a favor here and join in to help me feel less awkward.
Ready, go.
This is ridiculous. I really hope the neighbors don't think a lunatic has broken into this apartment. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha.
Very nice.
I'm literally starting to sweat. This is an exercise, really. Very good, very good. Yay! Boom, shakalaka, 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 ha, ha, ha. I am amazing. You are amazing. We are amazing. Yay! my God, this was so nice. So fulfilling, literally. Props to the people who came up with that. This is a thing that should be taught in schools, literally. Do it. People, spread it. I know it was probably so cringe to watch it, but it's so healing. So healing. Wow.
And last but not least, South Africa.
Today's happiness ritual is called Ubuntu. Ubuntu comes from Southern Africa, and it means I am because we are. It's the belief that our humanity is tied to one another, that we exist not as islands, but as a shared ocean of experience. It's not about being the most helpful person in the room or smiling at everyone you see. It's about recognizing that we become ourselves through the people around us. And I think that's something really beautiful. Because in a world that tells us to be independent, self-made, and hyper-individual, Ubuntu reminds us that happiness isn't something you build alone. So I'm gonna try this out today and see how much happiness sharing life with others can bring me. I was on Facebook yesterday evening and I stumbled upon this small literature event that's happening tonight where complete strangers come together and read poems, stories, and literature. And honestly, that just felt like the perfect way to experience Ubuntu. In my opinion, sharing stories is one of the greatest ways for people to connect. So that's exactly where I'm heading right now. Let's go and share some stories, meet some great people, and experience some Ubuntu. This night was absolutely amazing. We talked about 3 young and somewhat experimental Estonian authors. I had never heard of them before, which made me realize how little I know about Estonian literature. But here's the thing, the books were just the beginning. A reason for us strangers to sit in the same room. But that wasn't the most important part of the evening. What really mattered were the stories that weren't written down. How we felt things like joy, loneliness, and hopelessness. All in wildly different lives at totally different ages. And yet somehow we understood each other perfectly. At one point it felt almost like a group therapy session. It's about those quiet, meaningful moments when you realize that we're all carrying the same stuff. That your story echoes in someone else's, even if you've lived entirely different lives. I might never see those people again, but for one evening, we truly saw each other. And that's Ubuntu. I'm leaving this night with 0 phone numbers, but somehow with a heart that feels more full, and that's more than enough. I've come to the end of my happiness rituals journey, and to be honest, it's been an incredibly healing experience. I noticed that peace was a clear theme throughout this video because all of these rituals asked me to slow down and be present. And something that really surprised me was realizing how much I deprived myself of simple enjoyment. I thought I would rank these rituals and pick my favorite, but the truth is I can't. Because all of them offered something beautiful and unique. I genuinely recommend trying them all and seeing what speaks to you the most. And hey, before you rush back to your busy life, take one more moment to slow down and watch another video of mine. This will boost your happiness even more.